So babe, how do you think our relationship is now versus how it was then when we first met?
Trash.
Okay.
What it do, y'all? I go by the name of Lavar, and this lovely lady go by the name of
Chrissy-Rae.
And together we are the
Lightner Squad.
So as you guys can tell, we're doing the mukbang.
Clearly.
Well, honestly, we just trying to eat, and she decided she wanted to record. So what's the topic for today?
Today, our topic is going to be about relationships, how we have maintained to stay together for 13 years. We've been together since...
I was about, I think I was 17.
Yeah, he was 17 and...
You was 18.
Yeah. So I was like fresh 18. So we wanted to, you know, make a video about that and to tell couples out there that want to give up not to, because literally marriage is a testimony. And we're gonna be cracking it off while we, you know, hit up this king crab. We got king crab, we got potatoes. Story is sick, so that's why she's in the video, because she's very clingy to me today.
We got corn on the cob. You say shrimp?
I think so.
Well, we got shrimp. What kind of shrimp is this?
Argentina.
Okay, Argentina shrimp. And lemons. What else you got in here?
Of course the king crab, and then there's also snow crab in there. And I put some rosemary and some garlic, and I made our little lemon garlic butter sauce here. Please excuse my nails, y'all. Like y'all know, 7 kids, I cannot always make it to the nail shop in between dealing with this house and with work. It has been a very crazy week for my husband and I, and
life is crazy, but you know what? It's all good. That's how life is. If you ain't got no problems or issues in your life, you ain't doing nothing important.
exactly. So there's a lot of moving parts to keep this ship afloat. So we just look at us just digging. But yeah,
I'm trying to eat, man. I've been trying to dig in this for hours.
All right. So
how you want to start the story? Like how you kidnapped me?
Yeah, I kidnapped him, right? But pretty much what happened was I got my own place when I was 18, and
Section 8 princess. Yes, sir.
I did have Section 8. I also got off of Section 8 when I was 23. I let that go because I literally felt bound by it. Like I felt like I couldn't move ahead in life. I felt like it was holding me back from what I needed to do in life. And I talked to Yah about it, which is who I call God. And he said, yeah, I got you. I'ma always have you. Trust in me and let that go. And so I did. But okay, here we go, girl.
So pretty much she kidnapped me at the age of 17 years old. And you want to tell that story?
Yep. So what happened was I had called him. I was like, babe, I want you to come and spend the weekend with me in West Seattle. He lived in Spanaway. Actually, he was in Lakewood at the time, right?
Yeah. Have one place.
So he was like, no, I can't do it. I gotta go to work or something like that, he had told me. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, I'm just gonna come and spend time with you for a little bit. And he was like, all right, cool. So I drive all the way out to Lakewood, and he hops in the car. I'm like, yeah, so what you wanna do? And he was like, oh, let's go to the store. So I said, all right, let's go. But I had already planned on, you know, taking him back to West Seattle with me. So the store was right, and I went left, and I started going towards the freeway. And
started screaming and
he
hollering.
literally started screaming like, hey, what are you doing? The store's that way. Hey, why are you going towards the freeway? Why are you going towards the freeway? And I was like, what do you mean you're coming home with me? At
17, I was on missions. You know, I was trying to I actually had something lined up. I had some things I wanted to do with some of my friends. And, you know, at that time, I didn't mind, you know, taking a few hours out of my day to spend some time with her. But as she was saying, she just kept on driving. And I was trying to be, like around her siblings and like her little sisters, I try to be.
Because my little sister was in the car.
Mindful and respectful around, you know, smaller children. And you know, I wasn't trying to cuss her out or nothing like that, but I was, you know, I was flashing, I was snapping. And she just kept on driving. I'm like, this girl real serious. So then I think I tried to hop out the car. So she driving down Pacific, what is this? No, South Tacoma Way. She's driving down South Tacoma Way, and I open up the door, and I'm like serious because I had things I had to do. Plus I was working, you know, I had my own apartment. Well, no, I shared the apartment with my twin sister. And you know, I just had things I had to do. So anyways, you know, I tried to open up the door, tried to get out, and I thought about it like, you know, it's not worth it. So I just told her, you know, bend the block, which means turn the corner and, you know, drop me off. And she just kept on going. And did that.
I did that.
Yeah, you did that. And a part of me was mad, but at the same time I was kind of happy. I was like, dang, man, she really likes me. Like, she's willing to, you know, pretty much kidnap me just so we can spend time together. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, yeah, she's really feeling me. So I went along with it. And
I'm very assertive. I do not take no for an answer, like, period.
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
And we're doing all this in front of a little 9-year-old, her little sister. And I'm thinking in my head like, she's serious, she ain't playing. Cause I thought she was just gonna drive me down the street, you know, get what, you know, I think I wanted to go to the store to get, at the time I was smoking. I wanted to get me some smokes. Even though I was a minor, you know. It's sad to say, but they was selling to minors. They still are.
And let's not talk about how you lied to me about your age.
What? Oh, yeah, how I told you I was 18 and I was 17. But you went for it though. You was like, you thought I was a year older than you.
Yeah, he told me he was a year older than me. He didn't even tell me that his twin sister was his twin sister. He told me that, I think that she was his younger sister. Mm-hmm. Something to that effect.
My older sister.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Because maybe she was having a baby.
Yeah, so it took like 5-6 months for him to tell me, because I kept wondering, like, every time he would go like, we would go to the store, he'd be like, hey, can you go to the store and buy the cigarettes for me? I never put 2 and 2 together. But one day he was like, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, what's up? What you gotta say? And I could tell he was like kind of bothered by it a little bit. And he was like, I kept saying, what is it? Trying to get the information out. And he was like, you're older than me. And the reason why I lied about my age, I didn't think, you know, at the time I didn't think it was gonna go that far. I thought it was just like, you know, some petty, you know, just have fun type stuff. So I mean, we're, you know, young teenagers. You're not thinking that, you know, it's gonna be a serious relationship out of.
Yeah, so, you know, that pretty much basically that opened up my eye to like seeing her different. Like I was like, okay, well, there's something special about this woman, because if she's willing to, you know, snatch me up out of my area to get me to spend time with her, then either she crazy or she really like me.
It was both.
Yeah, it is both. I think what got us so close is we ended up having a baby, which you guys already know about. We ended up having a baby together, and we ended up losing our child. at 18. We're both 18 at the time. She's 9 months older than me. And the doctor told us a lot of relationships end after you lose a baby.
5% only make it.
Yeah, so that kind of stuck with us like, dang. But at the same time, I was thinking like, you know, sometimes when you're having a baby by a woman, it's like, it's cheaper to keep her. So I was thinking like, well, you know, I gotta stay with her regardless. But that could have been my way to exit it and be a dog, but I stuck it out. Of course, I wasn't perfect. I made a lot of mistakes like most men do and women, you know. I had fun. Of course, live your life, you know. But what allowed me to respect her more was the fact that she respected herself. And a lot of men, in order for them to really be, you know, 100 and faithful and open up, a woman has to treat herself like a queen at all times. Now, if you out there treating yourself like you ain't worth nothing but like a penny or two, then you're gonna get every man that comes in your life ain't gonna be worth nothing. But if you start respecting yourself and holding yourself to higher standards, then that good man that has the higher standards gonna come into your life. You know what I mean? That's just as real as it can be. But it really ain't the person that you're with, it's you. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people like to blame it on their spouse, but it's like you fix yourself. And once you fix yourself, then I'm pretty sure your spouse is gonna, you know, they're gonna have to either meet you halfway, or you're gonna have to, you know, give them the okie doke or the deuces, you know, keep it pushing, because you shouldn't be in a relationship that keeps you unhappy. You know, we got one life to live, and
it's too short on top of that.
Right.
So why live it with somebody that makes you unhappy?
Right.
You know, and honestly, a spouse should never be your prime source of happiness. You should be happy within, and then that spouse is just an asset to that happiness. Like, you should have that inner happiness, that inner peace. A man or a woman walking into your life should never be the sole source of your happiness.
Right. And I feel like I don't know why I'm attacking women, but I hear a lot of women saying, "Oh, I can't find a good man. I can't find a good man. All these men ain't ish." You know what I'm saying? And I get that, but it's like, in all reality, you ain't ish. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry.
A lot of times they're choosing the same
They looking
type of dude over and over and over again.
And ain't nothing wrong with a street dude. You know, I come from the streets. If you street, be street. But at the same time, if a man ain't ready to be a man and take care of his responsibility, 9 times out of 10, he's just never gonna grow. You know what I mean? You can kind of see a person at an early age. Like if you're a teenager and you're with somebody and they're showing signs of just all about every woman and they trying to stunt, most likely he's gonna be like that for about 5 or 6 years. Don't expect him to do an immediate change. That's gonna last for a while. That's a phase he gotta go through. He gotta live it to the fullest. And once he lives to the fullest, I say around like 26, 27, that's when you start to like humble up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I would say anywhere from 18 to 25, don't take it too serious. You know what I mean? You can't, because when you're so young, you have to live your life, or you're gonna be like them couples that split apart between the ages of 30 and 40 because they were living a life that they were just miserable in. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we've been through the ups and downs, and you know we've been there.
Still go through.
Yeah. And
not with anybody like involved in our marriage.
Yeah.
We got past all that.
Right.
Like, I firmly believe in you have to teach a man how to treat you. You feel me? And so when he was young, yeah, he was getting caught up, you know, with other people, and I let him know, like, yo.
She was slick, man. She was always catching me. I thought I was so slick and smooth with it, but
I said, listen to this. I said, let me see your phone. He's like, oh, this phone right here? And I said, yeah, let me see it. This dude broke his phone in front of me. I could not get into it.
I had to disguise the evidence, man. I had no other choice.
But then I already knew he was guilty. Like, you're gonna break your whole phone so that I can't get into it? Like, clearly you have something to hide.
I had a lot of stuff in there. I had to destroy the evidence. I was like, you know, I really like this woman, and I don't want her to see exactly what I'm doing, so I broke the phone. I was like, it's worth me breaking it, making you mad, than you seeing what I got. You know what I mean? That's how I felt, because you're very emotional. You know what I mean? And at that time, I think I was probably like 20. you know. I didn't want her being exposed to that. And we had just, was I 20 or 19?
You were...
How old was I? Was I younger than that? 18?
Yeah, you were 18.
Yeah, so a lot of my mistakes was like under 25, you know what I mean? Which is, which is expected. So it's like we said, man, treat yourself like young men, treat yourself like kings. Women, treat yourself like queens, and quit living life for a person. You live your life for yourself, man. If you ain't living for yourself, you always gonna be unhappy within yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is people that you surround yourself a lot, you know, can sense that energy, and they're not gonna want to be with you. They're not gonna want to hang around you because they can sense that vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's all energy. You know what I mean? And you can sense what's phony and what's real. And when you're around negative people all the time, that spirit is just unattractive.
Yeah, like we literally, like, we barely hang out with anybody. Like, we're pretty much to ourselves. We don't, like, energy is everything. And I know for me, like, depression runs deep in my family. And so because of that, I'm always weary of my mindset. Like, you know, like how am I doing? So that I'm not caught up into that, because just like depression runs deep in my family, so does
depression's real.
So does alcoholism. And I got kids I gotta live for. I'm not trying to get caught up in that. So I always do a self-check, but also when I'm self-checking, I also check who is in my aura. Right. You know, because you are the company that you keep. So we had a clear house with a lot of our
Well, it was me that actually popped that. I was just like, you know what? I started telling her certain friends wasn't her friend. My dad always taught me that not everybody's your friend. I knew that at the age of 16. And, you know, I still got people I hang around with. You know, that's not knocking anybody I still kick it with. I still got friends, but my circle is really small. I don't got time for that. You know, a lot of people, you know, they hate, they do stuff, they're sneaky. And I feel like my wife says, our elevator don't go all the way to the top. You know what I mean? And I feel like it'll put me in a bad situation. So I choose not to mess with a lot of people. And I'm on a mission, you know? And I feel like when you're dealing with a lot of people and their personalities, you're dealing with their lives. And I'm not trying to be rude or selfish, but I got my own problems, and I can't take on everybody's problems. You know? Because like she said, depression's real. We both suffer with depression in our life. Everyone does, you know? So
especially after the loss of my daughter, I see no reason to live, like, at all. You know? Like, all I wanted to be was a mom. And I had the opportunity, and opportunity was took from me, so life wasn't looking too hot for me.
Yeah, when I first met her, she was trying to have babies.
Yeah, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was in the street hood dudes, and I knew for a fact that I don't know why, like, he always asked me, why did I?
She knew I was different because she was trying to rub on my stomach. And I told her straight up, respect me. And most men don't say stuff like that. When the girl rubs on you, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Right.
But for me, it was just like, I was like, respect me, man. You know what I mean? Chill out. Because I knew that she was more than what she was appearing to be. And I'm not trying to say she was being fast or anything. She was just trying to get her a little feel. Back in the days, I used to pose pictures with my shirt off and stuff, and that's how I used to get them.
Yep. It lured me into the trap.
Yes, sir.
It did.
So
it was lust, unfortunately, but lust turned into love.
I told her straight up, respect me, girl. And she was shocked. She'd never heard that in her life. That was the first time she ever heard that. But for real, that was some player stuff, though. For real.
It did, because it made me like, dang, he's different.
Right.
You know?
I knew what I was doing. But yeah, she stuck through all the rough times, and
it was a lot of forgiveness that had to happen.
And it's like, we want to do something fun, but we just got notification from YouTube that we can't attract kids. So, which is cool because, you know, our kids want to do this whole YouTube thing. At the same time, like she said before in videos, we mainly did this to connect with family. We don't really care about subscribers and views. we're not here for that. We're just here to just vlog about our life. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. We don't care, you know, versus most people, like they want love. I don't care. If you don't show me love, you ain't got, it's all good. It don't hurt me. But I know one thing, when stuff look right, don't try to come in. Cause I can't stand that, you know what I mean? When stuff start going another way and people start looking in and they trying to be cool and stuff, but nah, I see you.
So babe, how do you think our relationship is now versus how it was then when we first met?
Trash.
Okay. Obviously we have gold, babe, so.
Nah, I'm just playing. I think that 13 years later, I have a lot more understanding for her, you know.
And patience.
Yeah. Yeah. Respect, I would say. That's like the main thing, is respecting your woman. And I appreciate her a lot more, you know, because, you know, she dealt with me and my issues for as long as she can.
Yeah. And I feel like us versus then, back then versus now, I feel like we are stronger. I feel like I'm like 100% secure in my marriage with him. Like, I know that I can count on him to be a great father. I can count on him to be a great provider. He is my best friend. He is my support system, you know, like, so when I get like down on myself, or, you know, it's just one of those days, he's always like, you know, you need to pray. Did you pray? Like, you know, do what you tell others to do. Like when I need to cut something off. Also too, it's like, my biggest thing was because I am so like headstrong, and I come from a very headstrong mom, and you know, she always like, don't let guys have their way with you. You know, it was very hard for me to be like submissive. You know, and not saying like, oh, submissive, like, oh, just walk all over me, but you know, like, let him be the man, like trust my feelings and my heart with him, trust him with my kids, like just being trusting with everything, you know. And I like every wall that I built, he was able to have me tear him down, you know. So I don't have worry.
By choice, I didn't force her.
No, yeah, I didn't have to. He just showed me who he was, you know. And I don't have worry in my marriage. I actually have peace in my marriage, which is beautiful to me. Like, I don't have to worry about, you know, where he is, if he's gone for too long and he's off the radar. Like, he's just...
Girl kept playing. I go to the bath and she be blowing up my cell phone. No, I'm just playing.
No, we talk all the time though. Like when he's at work, we call and we talk to each other all the time. Like when I say we're best friends, like we are literally best friends. And the people that have been with their husbands for as long as we've been together, they say the same thing. Like they talk all the time to their husbands or, you know, their wives when they're at work. Like we just, I mean, you know, we're business partners as well, you know, so it's just, it's beautiful. We've literally grown together, you know, we've conquered death. You know, they say, how can you, in the Bible, there's a word for a child that loses his parents, and that's an orphan. You know, for a woman that loses her husband, it's a widow. And for a husband that loses his wife, it's a widower. But there is no name for a parent to lose their child. It is described as the ultimate loss. So the fact that we have conquered that, and we are the 5%, like we plan on writing a book about how we survived, because like it was rough, you know, but he was my rock through that. God was my ultimate rock, but you know, he dealt with me while I was, you know, going through that little mental phase of life. You know, it was hard. I was, you know, 18 years old, like my baby was 9 months, you know, like that in my womb, you know, like then I had to come home to a whole bedroom. We moved from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom, so I had to come home to a whole bedroom set up with, you know, baby stuff, the crib, the car seat, the diaper bag packed, and there was no baby when we got home, you know? So that messed with me mentally. Like every time I came out my room, which was of course every single day, I had to walk past my daughter's room. Like a lot of times I kept her door shut because I couldn't bear to see, you know, see what was in there. Like I couldn't fathom it, you know? And when we kept trying pretty quickly after she was gone, and I kept having, you know, I had multiple miscarriages too. So of course that took a toll on my mental state, you know? So he's bared through the storm with me through everything. So, and just like he said, I stuck it out with him, he also stuck it out with me. So we have God as our foundation, and he is our anchor. So when, you know, in every marriage there are times when one might out, or when you both might want out, but we are tethered and we are tied. So there is no going nowhere for us, you know? So it's just beautiful, and we want to use this platform to keep others, you know, secure in their marriages and when they go through stuff as well, because we especially young people, we don't, man, there's so many young people that aren't with their baby fathers and baby moms no more. Like people, you know, it's
crazy.
Yeah.
I can't see, like,
especially like the generation under us. It's rare, you know, like our generation, I feel like they do pretty okay. But the ones underneath us, it's just, it's gone. You know, every little bump in the road, like people aren't built for it tough no more. They don't know what it's like to stick it out with your mate and roll with the punches. You know, I'm not saying to let a man dog you out and drag you.
Some people you gotta cut ties with.
Yeah, but you know, but I guess that's just the individual, you know. But hey, when somebody's doing you wrong, you know, you learn from that and you keep moving, you know. So, and I'm a firm believer on that. And if the good outweighs the bad, stick it in there. But if the bad outweighs the good, my grandmother taught me that it's time to move on, you know. And this man, he's been good, not all the way good, but he's been good. So
been good enough.
And it's been a pleasure being your wife. I enjoy being his wife, and I actually enjoy when he allows me to cook for him and clean and do his laundry, because he's always been a man, like an independent man. Like, no, I got this, you know, like, oh, do you need something? You want me to cook for you? You know, like he's always been independent, you know. So the fact that he does allow me to take care of him now, like that was his big thing for him too, is like, I don't need you to do that for me. I got it. Like I'm good. Like you don't need to do that for me. Now he allows it and I enjoy it. So
I just got old and lazy. That's all.
But it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
So we just want people to stay focused on the positive things. We know that life gets you down, and marriage is work.
It is.
It's a testimony.
Yeah,
It's a trial, you know. But in the end, the rewards that you reap are beautiful. You know. We see the fruit of our labor. We see our beautiful children. You know, and we've had teachers tell us, like, if we could give birth to our kids and give them to you, we would. Like, for you to raise them. We'll birth them and you raise them. Like, I would do that wholeheartedly. And that was like, wow to us, because, you know, we're not trying to be special, or we're not trying to be, you know, like we're not trying to be like perfect. You know, we're just being us. We're just living our life. But people are stopping us and acknowledging us for how we are. So that's beautiful. And we just want to pour ourselves into others and help uplift others and help others continue going, because it'll be all right. It does not rain always, and the storm does end.
Absolutely.
So, as we said before,
that'll be a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
We got some revamping to do on our channel.
Yeah.
But we hope y'all stick with us. And for the kiddos, you know, y'all probably will drop off, but you know, that's fine. You know, we don't have any other choice as of now, you know, so we do have to get creative, and hopefully YouTube will send out more information on, you know, how we can keep this family thing going, because we love our family. We love showing off our family. We feel like our family is unique and different. Mm-hmm. So we just hope that, you know, they find a way to make this a little bit different for us. Mm-hmm. But until then, y'all gonna be dealing with me, and y'all gonna be dealing with him. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And thanks for tuning in.